Hello guys, and welcome back to my Minecraft Ultimate Pack. So I've got a few things to go over. One thing you may notice last episode is when I was wanting to make a quarry, if we actually type this up quickly, you may have noticed the quarry required a different recipe to what it is now. What I found out after I finished recording that episode, and that was one of the main reasons why I split the episode into two parts, plus it was so long, was the fact that Greg's Tech is installed in this mod pack. And what Greg's Tech does is it makes a few of the mods, I think Buildcraft IC2, Industrialcraft 2, and a few other mods, a lot harder to actually make certain recipes. So you had your quarry, you had your solar panels, you had your drills and your quantum armor and that. It was a lot harder to actually make them. And what this did was completely ruin the idea I had for last episode. So I'm an episode behind, but what I've gone and done now is I went and found a config on the FTB forums, downloaded it, and what it does, it just resets all the default recipes that the mod authors originally put in and removes Greg Tech from actually using its config, which is great. So now we can actually get on building this quarry. Another thing I did, I went and I was all the way over in that volcano down there, if you may have noticed what we pumped all lava out originally from. And I went down there, you may have noticed, I said last episode I think, I basically built a ladder all the way down, and you bump into what you would call a mine shaft. And I've just been going around there mining a few bits and pieces, find some chests. Didn't really find too much of really interest, to be honest. I got a couple of work carts, TNT carts, and a few other bits and pieces, but and some, if I actually go into here, some steel picks, but nothing really too impressive, which I were a bit, no, I'm not upset about, but it's a mine shaft after all. Your best loot, you really get in the dungeons and some of the Formcraft stuff as well. The Formcraft dungeons. Anyway, getting onto that, let's get making this quarry. Now, it's one of the things I want to make. So what we need for that is we need some gold, we need some iron, that's not iron, we also need some cobblestone, wood, I think this is everything, wood, there we go. We also need some diamonds, which I had some left, redstone, and is that I think that's everything. So let's get making this. So I want to make, first off, 7 gears. So that should be there. Like so. So we've got the 7 wooden gears. Now we need to just make these straight into cobblestone gears. Nothing too fancy. And then these straight into iron gears. So straightforward as it goes. More or less is actually all the way. Then we need to save 3 of these. So 1, 2, 3. And then we change the rest into what we call gold gears. And then we need to keep 2 of them, so we keep the 2 of them to one side, and then we need to change the rest into diamonds gear. Now, the thing is, I don't have any diamonds, but I have the minion stone, which by the magical power of equivalent exchange allows me to actually turn gold ingots into diamonds for a hefty price. So I need 8 of them. Actually no, I need 9 of them actually, because there's actually another device I want to make as well. So I just need another 2 more. There we go. Got some gold left over as well, which probably will come in handy a bit later. Put you there. Put the diamonds round. Put the 2 gold gears in, and there we go. Now the next thing we need is to make a pick, which we have some sticks here already, which is great. And now we can actually make this recipe. Now I'm just going to use any iron, just because I don't use it enough. So it's a bit of redstone at the top, iron gears in a V, gold gears underneath each side of them. Then underneath the gold gears is some diamond gears, and then in the middle of that is a pick, which has not been used. That's one thing you have to remember, you cannot use this pick, it has to be basically brand new, brand spanking new, not touched, not made, not used. There we go, so we got ourselves our quarry. Right, that's kind of cool, that's kind of neat. Now, another thing we need, and this is where it gets a bit more interesting, if we just rearrange some of this stuff around because it's in the way, get rid of you, it's full of stuff. Another thing we need to get is what we call a new energy cell. Now I'm going to use an energy cell to actually power this. Energy cell, if I can actually spell today. You've seen me make an energy cell before. If you haven't, it's basically, and I'll explain it. It is, first off, you need an empty an energy cell frame, empty. You use some hardened glass. You have a diamond in the middle, some electrum ingots. And electrum ingots you get from, if I go in, some gold and some silver. And the hardened glass is from pulverized obsidian and lead. And you get pulverized obsidian by putting the obsidian block into a pulverizer, and there you go. Once you've made that, you put it into a liquid transposer. It requires 1600 Minecraft joules and 1000 millibuckets of molten redstone. Goes through its process, turns it into an energy cell frame full, and then you need to put it back into a crafting table again, using some more electrum ingots, the energy cell frame full in the middle, redstone conductance coil, which is just some redstone and electrum ingot, and then some lead on either side, and that gets you your energy cell, which you can then use. So yeah, I'll explain that now, so at least you're wondering how I've done that. That's how I'm going to do it. So I just need to go grab some materials now, and I'll be back when I'm more or less sorted. And there you have it. There is our redstone energy cell ready to be used. Haha, nice. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to just get out my little wrench here. I'm going to go downstairs, and I'm going to remove the redstone energy cell I have downstairs and replace it with this one. So if we actually come over here, shift right click, if I can actually, no, do want to do that, but hey, we should be able to get to this now at least. Boom, put this down, the other one. We have the full one in our hand, and now we should be able to, if we put this back down again, this should accept power. Actually just jump up and click, come on, oh, come on! There we go. So this should be accepting power, but at the moment it's actually putting power back into that magma crucible that I used. So we're going to wait for that, but it's working perfectly. Now, we need a couple of items. We need some chests, we need some stone pipe, or any kind of transport pipe really, so I'm just going to use stone. We need the chests, and we need some of this. And we should have everything we need. Yeah, that should be perfect. Right, now we need to head out. We're going to build a little quarry in the ocean, just over here in the coast. Why not? Now the reason for I'm doing this is because when you're building a quarry and you're digging down, you may bump into lava. Now it's a good idea to put a quarry into water, for the reason being that when you hit lava, the way it works is a quarry will mine anything. The only thing it will not mine through is lava, so if it bumps into lava it will actually stop working. So if I put this down, so if you have water in there, it's going to turn the lava automatically into obsidian, and then the actual diamond drill can actually mine obsidian because it's a diamond drill, which is great. Now what we also need to do is I need to turn this into maximum power off, and then grab it back again. Now the reason for being is when I put it next to it I don't want it to automatically start the quarry just yet because I'm not ready. If we actually do this, oh, not that, let's just grab things back, put this energy cell down, boom, has a nice little light of its own, which is very interesting, that's kind of a little cool, and then all we need to do is put down some chests. So if I just do this, like so, and then we're just going to put some chests down, one there, another one here, and then another one along here, and then we're going to hook pipes up to them, going from the top. Now the reason why I'm using these kind of chests is just for the fact of I don't want to send it to my base just yet because I'm not even ready to actually receive the amount of items this can actually produce from the get-go, and I want to see how quick it actually does something. So this is going to be very interesting because quarries have changed a lot since I've really used them. Quarries now can accept up to like 60 Minecraft joules a tick. Don't quote me on it, but it's something still like that. You can accept a huge amount of Minecraft joules a tick, and it can go to super speeds. Now, when you put a quarry down on its own, you just get a bog standard. I think it's 16 by 16, I believe. So if we actually stand here, so it's 361. Is it 8 by 8? No, it might be. I think it's 16 by 16 size. And what it does is that's default. Now you can change these if you use landmarks, but I'm not going to use them at the moment. But one thing I want to do now is turn this on. So we're going to put this up to 25. I think that's a nice bit to actually see. Now you'll just see this pumping away. Now you can tell how fast it's going with the laser. When it actually pumps, I think, all the way up to blue or green. And that means it's at max power. So it's building this frame at super speed at the moment. When it's done, what it should do is then start, you should see a little arm going around and digging up all these blocks underneath. Now the cool thing, it can dig through water, so that's always nice. So there you go, jumps in, and there he goes, it's digging away. Now what we should see here is, very shortly, is all the items pumping out at the top here and just going along. Come on, I know you're there. Where are you? Oh, okay. They are there. Yeah. It's just the I think there's like a rendering bug at the moment, which you can't see them. But all the items are flowing through here and getting dumped into each one of these chests. Now, oh, actually, it's probably because the chest is right next to it. That's probably the reason why I can't see anything. But when this first chest gets filled up and it can't go anywhere else, what it should do is should fill around in the pipe. I maybe should have put this chest a bit somewhere else. Right, just grab this chest back actually. Oh, no. Where are you? Come back here, chest. Ah! Right, let's get out before I drown to death. I'm just going to replace this chest slightly just for the fact of it kind of connects to the quarry, so it's actually accepting all the items. I don't want it to do that. So you can see now all the items are actually pumping out. So if we do that, that's a lot better. And there you go. All the items are now filling into each of these chests, apart from this one. If we do that, there we go. And that's kind of neat. Now, the way Buildcraft packs work, they'll automatically distribute items, I think, evenly, more or less, to a degree. So you'll have half going into here, half going to there, and then half will go into this chest, and half will continue down. You know, so you end up, I think, it should be at least a third in each chest, I'm hoping, but this chest, I think, will fill it with more stuff first. But as you can see, it is quickly just blowing straight through all this stuff, and it is really going crazy. Now, it's using a bit of power, but hopefully by the time this actually runs out of power, the other energy cells should fill up with power, and then I can replace them backwards and forwards, hopefully. Oh, creeper. Go away. No! Ah! Mobs everywhere. Need to get back inside quickly. Leave me alone. Right, let's go to sleep. Now, another thing with the quarry, and I should mention this, is that the quarry will actually chunk load for you. In the old Buildcraft, I think before Buildcraft, these latest updates anyway, I think it's been in for about a couple of months now, is that Buildcraft will, the quarry will actually chunk load for you, so even if you go away from the quarry, like a couple of thousand blocks, that area will still be chunk loaded and that quarry will still process stuff we're in a certain area, so stuff will basically still happen, which is great, because before you actually use a chunk loader, to actually be able to, well, use the stuff more or less. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to head to the Nether because there's an item there's a particular item I want that I don't have anymore, and when I get back we can actually get on with making the iron, but I'm just going to keep it secret for now. But I will tell you it's blaze rods, but that's all I'm going to give you. I need blaze rods, but that's it. And then we'll go over actually making these particular items, which should actually help me a lot better on with getting a few stuff done and dusted. But yeah, I'm going to head to the Nether, and I'll be back when I've got a couple of blaze rods. Aha! And there we go. We've got our 19 blaze rods. That took me absolutely ages to actually even get them. And we've also went around and got some wool because we need some of that. And I went and harvested some of my cactus, so I can cook that up straight into the power furnace and get some more cactus green. What else? Oh yeah, got some sticky resin as well, and a couple of shards of minion and a couple of creeper, and yeah, nothing really too important. So the items we want to make is well, I've already made some of them before. One of them is the ender tank. Now what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to create 4 items. Now this is where it's going to get very interesting. I want to create 2 more of the blaze rods, and then I want to create 1 ender chest and then 1 ender pouch. So these are where all the different bits of stuff come in. So we want to make 2 of them. So we at least need 4 wool. So we've got that. And then we need some blaze rods. Need some obsidian. We got that. We need a chest, cauldron. So I can actually get the obsidian because I believe I have enough in here. We also need some iron for the cauldron. And what else do we need? Oh, we need the leather. And I think that's it, so let's get making this. So we're going to make the ender tanks first because they seem to be the easiest bit, but actually we need to use our minion stone to get some ender eye. So let's grab this bad boy out and let's go and get some. So we need, I'm going to get 4 because I think that's how many I actually do need. So I'm hoping it's a good guess. So the ender tank is the first one, so we'll put that in there. First we need to actually create 2 cauldrons. Boom. Cauldron in the middle, ender eye at the bottom. Well, ender pearl I should say, not ender eye. Blaze rods either side, and then some obsidian. And that should get us our... Why has that not worked? Why has that not worked? Okay, that is very weird. I'm hoping it's not bugged out, because that would be very disappointing if it has. Cauldron. Wool? Ah, there we go. So that gets us our 2 ender tanks. Well, one of them anyway for now. Boom, boom. I guess you can only make one at a time. That's probably the reason why it didn't work. There we go. Because you can't stack them. Now, you may notice that these ender tanks are filled with lava. Now, I can stack them together luckily enough. Now, I can sort that out in a minute, but the next thing we want to make is the ender chest. Now, that requires a chest in its own. So, I do have some wood, so we can actually make one. So, we need 8 of them. Chest, boom, in the middle. And it's the exact same thing again, but this time it doesn't require the cauldron in the middle, it requires a chest, so boom, 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 and then we are missing the ender pearl. There we go, boom. So we now have an ender chest. And the last thing we need is to make 2 more of these, so we need some blaze powder. We also need some of this, I believe, like that. And do I actually need another chest again? No, it's ender pearl in the middle. And there we go, we have our ender pouch. Now, the ender tanks you've seen before. Now what I need to do is actually change the colour of these to a different one. So if we do that, and do that, that should actually take all the lava out. Now if we actually get some, I think I'm going to use yellow. So if we actually dye these different colours, so yellow and yellow, what it should do is actually drain all the lava out, because these aren't linked to the lava anymore. And then what we should be able to do is pick these back up, and now these 2 are linked to each other. Boom, and boom. Right, and now the ender pouch, or, well, the ender chest. You may have seen me use this before. Now I'm just going to put it here for now. Now again, we want to actually dye this a different colour, for the fact that we don't want white being, even though white's default, we don't want to actually get them mixed up, so I'm going to use black. So I'm going to go black, black, black. Black, black, black. There we go. Put them back in there. And then if you I think it's shift right click? Yeah, shift right click, it'll connect this ender pouch to this ender chest. Now if I open it up, it'll open the ender chest up. And what this allows me to do now is if I'm anywhere in the world, and I say I have a lot of items, let's say some precious items, so let's say some uranium and some diamonds and a lot of materials that I wanted to save, but it's going to be a long trek back and possibly unsafe, I can go, okay, I'll open the ender pouch up, deposit them in, and it works the exact same as the ender chest in the vanilla, but the only difference is you can color code these, so you can have millions of different kind of combinations to actually have different ender chests. And again, if you die and your ender pouch gets burned up in lava, or it just despawns, and then the ender chest gets blown up as well, it'll still save your stuff. And if you create another ender chest again, you can actually get your stuff back. So it's like an ultimate save, you could say, for your stuff. Now the ender tank is yellow, yellow, well, white, white, yellow, and this is going to be for my oil, because if you remember, I took the oil one and replaced it with, used it for lava. Now again, this oil's just now stood there because it's got nowhere to send it. Now if I put this back down again, and I just put it here, there, and then link up some, actually no, we probably won't leave it there, we want to actually hook it up right up to it, so let's put it here, and then if we tell this to pump away again, it's going to pump the oil in, and then you should see in the UI as well, this tank starts filling up with oil. Is it going to show us? Oil's going into it. It should automatically update after a bit. So if we head down now into the basement, and we put down this ender tank, boom, there you go, starts filling up with oil. So that's kind of neat, that. So now we've got 2 ender tanks, well 4 ender tanks really in total, but we've got 2 different kind of liquids getting deposited into our basement. We've got the lava one here, and then we have the other one here, the oil, and now I can actually keep pumping lava into the top of it and actually keep the pump down there going and pumping all the oil out, and then I can actually go down there and have a look around to see what's actually underground. I actually do need some more waterproof pipe, so I'm not sure which one it is, so I'm going to take 2. Actually, no, I can actually set this up quite well. So if I put down the ender tank up on the ceiling somewhere, it doesn't really have to be anywhere particular. It may look a bit odd and stick out a bit, but we're going to put it up there. And then if we just go like so, boom, 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 hit that nozzle and deposits automatically, and it's going to dump it all into these tanks. Bob's your uncle. There you go. How cool is that? That really works out quite well. So now the pump for the oil is going to keep going, which is great. And that now allows us to be able to constantly keep getting oil, and then we can turn it straight into fuel, and we can keep going. Actually, we're going to need some more glass, because I actually want to extend those tanks a bit up now. I should have plenty of glass cooked up. Yeah, look at all that lovely glass. And I've got plenty of sand as well, which is always nice. Let's get this last little bit. 8. I think 8 should be enough. It's not too bad if you over make many of these, because there's always a chance you're going to need loads anyway at some point. So if we go back downstairs and just hook these all up like so, we can have ourselves a nice little... Oh, and then we get rid of this one. And then if I turn this back on by using the Omni wrench on it, if I can actually find my pouch, there it is. Boom. Just deposit you. Boom. Oh no. Oh no, right way to start with. Oh god, I've just flipped that around. Oops. Let's get back to normal. The wrench can actually rotate stuff as well. And then if we actually set this the other way around, like so, what this will do is it should start pumping when we actually have some oil now. I don't believe I've got any oil coming down at the moment, so if I can access this. There we go. Energy pulse. And that should start pumping out oil, and the refinery should start working straight away if this is going. And then we can turn this on, and yeah, there we go. Woo! Everything's working perfectly. Everything is going nice and swimmingly. Now, I believe I'm going to call that there for this episode. I'm trying to keep them as short as possible. Let's have a look. Ooh, the rubber is actually all finished up here, so we'll just get rid of you. Grab you. Let's get rid of you for now. Stick you in there. Stick the rubber in there, stick you in there. And then I need to go empty my pack, but first we're going to go check on the quarry to see how well it's doing, and then we're going to end the episode. So we've done quite a bit this episode. I'm really happy with that. Oh, better go for a sleep first. Don't want to get jumped on by any monsters, as it always happens. It will be something that will... Probably Creeper, actually. That's my arch nemesis in this game. Creeper. Let's run over and check, see how this is actually doing now. It might actually run out of power, but we'll find out soon enough, because... Oh, it may actually have finished. Yeah. Wow. Yep. It is completely dug down to the bottom. Now if we check these, wow. Wow. Huh. Wow, look at that. It's only been about 20 minutes and it's dug all the way down to the bottom. And have we got any diamonds? Do you see any diamonds anywhere? There's no diamonds at all. We've got some obsidian, so we did hit some lava. If we actually look down. Can we see all the way down to the bottom? We can. Wow, that really worked out quite... Oh, there's actually some lava there. If you can just see in the corner, just there, there's actually some lava down there, which is kind of cool. Yeah, so, thanks for watching, guys. We've got a quarry up and running. I had to change around a few things, obviously, in the config, because of the way, well, the way it works, which is a bit of a shame. And... yeah, we've also got an ender pouch, so now when I do some mining I can just stick some stuff in the ender chest if it's anything valuable after I send it back. And then hopefully next episode we can start working on some kind of sorting system, but I do believe I need to get more into red power before I can actually start using the sorting system, so it may depend on what I feel like I can do. But the quarry is working perfectly. I just need to relocate this, so I'll probably move it down somewhere over this direction and replace the energy cell, because this one is more or less depleted now. But yeah, until then guys, thanks for watching. Please rate, subscribe, comment as always. If you have any tips or hints, leave them in the comments below. And again, thanks for watching. So from me and my world, bye.